Dirty December is around the corner, so let's plan. Day 9 of planning for Dirty December. This is only really relevant for the women out here, so if you're not a woman, feel free to skip along. These are just some of the things I would consider and take into account just to stay safe while you're in Lagos. I will be covering 4 different points, and if there are any things that I've missed, please leave them in the comments down below. I want this to be as helpful as possible for everybody that's planning to go to Lagos for Dirty December. Firstly, in terms of transportation, if you are taking Uber or Bolt, there are 4 things that I would do. Number 1, if you're going solo or just a couple of people in your group, try and sit in the seat that's opposite the driver. If you are going with more than one person can stay in the back seat away from the driver and one person can stay in the front seat away from the driver. Number 2, just confirm your payment method. Sometimes we've come into issues where we're planning to pay by card, but they actually would prefer cash. Number 3, if you're going to meet anybody or just in general, just be sharing your location, both with people both in Lagos and Nigeria and elsewhere if possible. Number 4, if you can, I would actually download LagRide. The drivers there are slightly better and the cars there are slightly better too. You can avoid all of this if you decide to book through a car hire company, but I appreciate that some people would prefer to use Uber, Bolt, but if you can, I would actually choose LagRide. If you want a story time or a video and all of the crazy horror stories that we've had from Uber and Bolt, both in Lagos and Abuja, just let us know in the comments. Number 2 is in relation to clubs and tables. I've just come back from Lagos. While there are people still balling and having a great time, it definitely felt like inflation in the economy was really hurting some people. So if you don't know somebody or you've met somebody on a random night out, make sure you have funds available just in case anything does go awry. Again, if you'd like a story time on that, just let us know. Number 3, this is really about like medication. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. Please do make sure that you're packing in like Imodium, anything for constipation, teas, etc., just in case anything does happen while you're in Nigeria. And obviously make sure that you're getting all your vaccines and your malaria tablets. And number 4, and honestly, in a place like Nigeria, have a man with you. There's noticeably different treatment compared to a woman versus a man. And if that isn't possible, you can't have a man around you. If you do have anybody in your group that has a unisex name, literally, then I would definitely suggest that you get them to do a lot of the negotiations, especially if they're by phone, a lot of the reservations, and in particular any of the club reservations or restaurant reservations where there's a requirement for a minimum spend. And that's it for day 9. I'll see you tomorrow for day 10.